Corded Books and RB Digital present Hanging Fire, a Joe Noose Western by Eric Red. Narrated by me, George Guidell. Chapter 1. Joe Noose had heard, "Never trust a man with 3 names." He wondered if the same held true for women. Bonnie Kate Valance stood there in handcuffs. The wrist restraints were shackled loose with a 2-foot chain because she would be riding a horse the next 2 days. It would be her last ride. Their point of departure was the U.S. Marshal's office in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. At the end of the trail, 15 miles across the Teton Pass over the Idaho border, lay the town of Victor. The gallows there would be Bonnie Kate's final destination. The notorious female outlaw had been sentenced to execution by hanging, and it was Joe Noose's job to get the woman there safe and sound so the state could kill her. The irony was not lost on Noose. Noose was a big man. He towered 6'3" on a broad, muscular, and rugged frame. His handsome, leathery, unshaven, chipped face, some said, looked like a picture of a Roman gladiator. Noose had never seen a picture of a gladiator, but it had always seemed like a compliment, and he took it as such. On his massive block of a head, his unkempt brown hair had need of a clipping. His giant hands, big as steer hooves, were encased in leather gloves against the cold. A heavy worn brown duster covered his upper torso over a checkered shirt and red bandana around his neck. The coat had dark stains that could be mud or blood, likely both. His Stetson was tipped low over his pale blue eyes to shield them from the sharp Wyoming sun breaking over the mountain range near Hoback. It was there by the fork in the Snake River a month before that Noose had spent a fateful and violent few days. At the end of that misadventure, 15 men lay dead, all but 3 by his own hand. But the men he had killed were responsible for the murders of the 3 lawmen, and it was justice because the murderers had it coming. Joe Noose had come out of it with 1 bullet in him. The other bullet went clear through, a bunch of busted ribs, and a few broken bones, but his resilience was high. The massive cowboy was healthy and strong and healed quick. Now, save for a few lingering bruises and scars on his person that made him look even tougher, folks would never know the hell he'd been through. The best thing Noose had gotten out of the nasty Hoback business with the Butler gang was he had made 2 friends. The first was standing on 4 legs right in front of him, 16 hands high, saddled up and ready to ride, his horse, Copper. The mighty and fearless stallion was aptly named for his bronze coat. When the light was right, as the morning sun was now, its hide gleamed with the metallic magnificence of a suit of armor on a medieval steed. Copper's smart eyes were moist and brown, and powerful muscles rippled beneath its smooth, tawny hide. The horse had saved Noose's life, and the love and loyalty it had for its owner, and its owner for it, was palpable. The other friend Joe Noose had made was walking on her own 2 legs out of the Jackson Hole U.S. Marshal's office right now. Sort of walking, anyhow. Marshal Bess Sugarland was a young, hardy woman, strong and attractive, with vigorous outdoor looks and flashing, intelligent blue eyes. Her gaze was straight and forthright, and her manner the same, although her gait was presently crooked from the wooden leg brace she hobbled on, and the Winchester repeater she was using as a crutch. A bullet had nearly taken off her leg in Hoback, and the wound was healing slower than Noose's wounds had, but Marshal Bess didn't let it slow her down. She was the law in the town of Jackson now, whether she liked it or not. The 7-star badge on her small chest glinted in the morning sun. Her chin was firmly set, and her composure determined as she limped across the stable behind the U.S. Marshal's office up to Noose, and the outlaw standing alongside their horses, getting ready to embark on their fateful journey. Bess nodded to Noose, then turned her gaze to Bonnie Kate, choosing her words and tersely delivering them. "It ain't for me to judge you, Miss Valance. It's for the Lord to do that, but let me tell you one thing."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.